Hello, I'm out again camping, and what I did is I brought rain gear because it's supposed to be chance of shower. It's already been showering, and possible thunderstorms from now all the way until tomorrow afternoon. So how I prepared is I've got the chaps or leggings from One Tigress rain gear. This has a rain jacket that goes with this, but this covers my legs and keeps them protected from water going through the brush. And today I brought out the Trifecta to-go systems poncho. Now this here is big enough to go over my pack and covers me great, covers down my arms. I just wore this t-shirt in long sleeves, and usually what I'll do is I'll just put these up like this. So when going through, if your arms are sticking out a little bit, your sleeves don't get wet, just your arms do. That's what I normally do to prepare for coming out here in the rain, is rubber boots, good rain covering for your legs and your body and your pack. And then when you come out here, it's the same thing as what you normally would carry. I'm camping with a hammock again, so I have a waterproof tarp to put up. And I'll put that up first, and then I'll work underneath that, just in case it starts raining. I don't want to have my hammock up, half up, and then all of a sudden I'm scrambling trying to put a tarp over it to keep it dry. So I put my tarp up first, and then I'll work in underneath that, hang my hammock. I have this tarp that I lay on the ground and put my bag on and such. It keeps that nice and dry, and I put my boots on it as well. It gives me a nice dry place to step down out of my hammock in my sock feet and so on. So that's about it. I normally pack the same way I would on a dry camp as I do a wet camp. I just prepare a little bit different with the gear I have. And also I've got a jacket here, so if this did get wet, I had this tied underneath my pack. It's nice and dry. I had something to throw on if it does get colder later on this evening, which it's supposed to. So now it's time for me to start putting that tarp up, because it's gonna, I can feel it start sprinkling now, and it could downpour any second. So thanks a lot for watching, and hope these tips kind of help. Take care.
I wanted to mention that whenever you camp in the rain, there is a lot of different things that you've got to consider. Now this here is a waterproof tarp. I've used it many times. But when you have high humidity and fog, I have noticed that condensation will get on the inside of the tarp, the underneath. So you've got to make sure that your hammock is not pressed up against your tarp, because where you have the water and condensation running down, your hammock can get wet. Now, last night I would get the odd, drop in the face and such through the net because of the high winds and the condensation. It would form little droplets, and then the wind would knock it off, and it would go down, onto my netting and then drip through. Just the odd one once in a while. I mean, I'm dry, but everything has a damp feeling to it. And the reason why is just the high humidity. I mean, that's going to happen. You got to prepare for it. So that is another factor as well. I mean, I've been out here in many storms, and a lot of times there's no condensation, to speak of, really. And I'm just dry all over. But other times, I've seen it form condensation just by the air itself. So that's just another factor.